WWE and ESPN, did you ever think you'd see the day?
I mean, this was Vince's dream, wasn't it?
Yes, yes, it really was. Well, you know what it was? Yes and no. Remember, sports entertainment as a term was created by Vince so that he can get away from the state athletic commission requirements, because WWE does not abide by the usual pro wrestling rules and laws of each particular state. Some enforce it regardless, but that's why he came up with that term. Here in New York, if I wanted to get a promoter's license, I have to abide by A, B, C, and D. They don't abide by those rules. They got taken to court for that, and that's where sports entertainment came from. We're sport, but not really. So this is kind of the best of both worlds. They're not lying about what they are, and they're still going to have the overall presence and strength of ESPN behind them. That's incredible. I never thought personally I'd see the day. Not even from WWE side, but from ESPN side. Like, what is that about?
Money is what it's about.
Oh, we're past it now. They're over it, right? They're just like, look.
The money, the business this man has to be doing behind the scenes is absolutely. Don't tell me he gets the reins for 2 years and we're seeing some of the biggest moves that WWE has made in years.
Well, I have to actually ask the question, because I know Triple H is the face of everything that's been happening. He's the one who went on to ESPN. He's the one who, shook the hands of Donald Trump. There's a lot of business decision being made. I know he's the front man for it, but I don't know if he's the one making those decisions. That's got to be TKO, no?
Yes and no.
Because ESPN's got the UFC thing going for him, so that's an easy connection. They've got a relationship.
Decision maybe, but it's his job. I believe it would be his job to present these things, to be a part of these deals, to it's one thing for them to go to ESPN and say, hey, we have this product. You have to be able to sell it to ESPN. Mm-hmm. Like, what do they get? Yeah, sure, it's big business, but ESPN is a brand in its own, and they obviously want to represent sports, and they want to represent they have an image.
Right.
So regardless if Triple H is the one that makes the big decision, I would imagine he's a big part on the direction that they take, being able to present, pivots they may be able to make the deal happen. Like, he's a big part of that.
Yeah. Definitely on the face side of things. Definitely, like, even if you don't follow wrestling and you're a big ESPN person, there's a good chance you know who Triple H is.
And again, the reason, remember, when they bought WWE, there was a reason why The Rock and Triple H are in the positions that they are in, because they're aware. What was the name of the company that bought it again?
TKO. Well, it's Endeavor, but they created a TKO umbrella. Yeah. Go ahead.
Right. So they purchased it, but they were aware that it needed a particular set of skills to keep the train running the way that it should be. So they didn't go in with the idea of tampering with what they had going on. Obviously, there are rules that they need to abide by, but they still wanted to maintain the structure and give them control, which is why we have those two people at the face of it. So although, yes, I guess in turn we can say The Rock should be a big part of this, I would say even so, because of how busy The Rock is, I think Triple H is really the driving factor. Like, he's full-time, hands-on all day long. So they're relying on his expertise to bring the information, to bring the data, to bring the statistics, where we look like going forward, how are we scaling. Like, he's at the forefront of all of that. So I think he's a bigger part than people may even think he is.
I'm hearing a lot of mixed reaction concerning the move. And I think one of the biggest ones that made me kind of chuckle a little bit, and I think you can identify with this, is I think you know exactly what level of fan we're talking about. I think when WWE put their PLEs on Peacock, there was a little bit of a pushback, but at the same time, it was a transferable fee, meaning the network was $9.99 and Peacock was $9.99 at the time. You could even do $4.99 for Peacock. If you wanted to go ad free.
Well, even more so, Peacock was being offered in most cable packages.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So I had Peacock, but I never purchased it. It was just a part of my Verizon deal.
Right, but I think a bigger part, aside from the financial, was the fact that it was being put onto a streaming site that was more entertainment based. Movies, shows, they can kind of get into that. There's a large portion, I would say majority, of the people who are wrestling fans are not also sports fans. There's not a lot of people that I know in the industry, just as fandom, who are also sports fans. There's not a lot. It's very rare when I meet someone in the industry who like both loves WWE or loves pro wrestling as a whole, but also enjoys football or baseball or soccer or whatever. And now they're adding these PLEs to a streaming site that looks a lot less attractive than Peacock did, because it's only going to be the PLEs. So do you want to pay, which is the next problem, that tiered price of $29.99 a month, do you want to pay that $29.99 a month for the one thing that you may watch maybe once a month? I don't know if that's going to be worth it to a lot of people.
I actually see it going the other way. Because I find myself sitting here contemplating about it as well. It's like, it's flagging the interest. Like literally, as you're talking, I'm sitting here like, okay, wait a minute. For that much, yeah, we're talking. What would you say, $29.99 a month?
Yeah.
For a PLE, but what am I getting in ESPN? I don't know. I've never looked at it before, so I'm just coming from this perspective. I never thought to get the ESPN subscription. So what exactly am I getting? Because if I'm getting PLE and options to watch live football, and options to watch basketball games that wouldn't otherwise watch, but I have the app now, so I'll just throw it on.
Right.
Especially when it's ease of access, right? Like if I just click the app, I go in there and look, NBA, boom, hit it. Like, sure, we all know the ease of access, but my brain is never thinking ESPN. I like sports, but not enough to go out of my way.
Right.
But I'll go out of my way for WWE. And if I'm already out of my way, I just opened a whole new world of sports that I am interested in. So
I know, but I think
you're
in a small percentile.
I don't think so.
The factor in your decision making is that you like sports. I just told you there's a lot of people who love wrestling who do not like sports, who are going to look at that and go, there's no need for me to get that package because I'm only doing it for the PLE. There's nothing else on that app that interests me at all.
I would be surprised. I think you would be surprised how many people, I guess you can call them closet fans of sports. Like, you would really never know. And probably would be open. Well, I probably will get it for wrestling anyway. But I guess I'm seeing it in a way of, I'm paying for Peacock. I ain't looking at nothing on Peacock. I'm paying for ESPN. I'm more than likely going to watch something on ESPN. So for me, I think the move is better. It is a little bit more expensive. And who knows, maybe we can get like it'll never happen. A good package with like Comcast. Like you can like put it into or Comcast or like Verizon or those cable. Sometimes they do package deals.
Yeah.
What I mean? That could be worth it. Some phone companies do package deals and stuff like that too. So like that, I don't know. There's opportunity. Sure.
The opportunity has already been spoke. There's a lot of people who heard this news and got excited because their cable package already has the ESPN Plus, which means
that's fire.
Which means they're getting the pay-per-view for absolute fucking $0 more. They don't need it. For them, that's great. But for the people that I'm hearing from, as far as the negativity side of it, that's the bulk of the conversation, where it's just like, yeah, I want to watch the WWE pay-per-views, but I don't want to spend $30 for an app that I'm not going to use outside of that pay-per-view. Plus,
all right, go to your friend's house.
As somebody else just kind of mentioned, now with the PLEs on ESPN, and then Raw is on Netflix, NXT's on CW, and SmackDown is on USA, those are all paid subscriptions. that people are now starting to go, oh, baby. Now, I'm not people. I'm cool with it. As soon as I heard this announcement, I started trying to think of any of the apps that I don't use. So I was like, which apps am I paying for that I either don't use at all or I use the least? And I came up with about 2 of the streaming sites that I could probably do away with, and that covers my 30. So I was like, oh, so I'm straight. So I'm just going to eliminate those 2, get the one, and just like you, I fall into the category I love both. I love both. I love my sports and I love my wrestling, and now it's all going to be on the same fucking app. I'm with it 100%, me personally. But I do feel for the individual who only, for some people, the wrestling is really the only sport, quote unquote, that they actually do enjoy. There's a lot of people out there who love wrestling but don't really love all the other stuff that goes with it. At least with Peacock, or even CW or USA or any of those other things, when you subscribe to those channels, you're getting something else that you like. Movies, shows, whatever the fuck. Documentaries. I'm a documentary buff. You get into that stuff. This is going to be strictly sports. And I don't mean strictly sports as in it's just going to air games. You and I know that these apps are out of control. You got documentaries, you got behind the scenes, you got talk shows, podcasts. It's these ESPN apps now are just as flexible as all the other apps, but their predominant source of content is sports. And I think that hurts. I don't think that helps. I don't know too many people who are going to go, well, I've been kind of on the fence about it, but now that I know that I can include a playoff game and fucking the upcoming pay-per-view, like, there's not many people out there like that. There's not a lot going on with that. And as far as, I want to turn it back to the ESPN side of things before, because you had said a comment earlier where you were like, well, what does ESPN get out of this? And you made mention of for the additional subscribers of the people who might have been on the sports fence and now they're being put into a corner where they have to make that call. Yeah, they're going to get a lot of those. They're going to get a lot of new subscribers from that side of it. Not as many as I think people are hoping for, but they are going to get their fair share of that. I think the even bigger positive for ESPN is that there's going to be a lot of people who are the other way, who are huge sports buffs, who probably heard about the wrestling stuff but never actually saw it and was never going to go out of their way to see it. Now they're going to get a little notification, a little bloop on their phone. Hey, Survivor Series is this Sunday. You never know. Some of them might click over. Some of them might take the chance and give it a shot. You never know. That's what happened with Peacock.
That was the idea for Peacock.
Yeah, that was the idea for Peacock, and it worked out great. They ended up getting even more people to watch it. Yeah. There was a lot of statistics that came back and were just like, even if it was a small bump, it's a bump. There's more people watching it than normally would have, and it goes back to your first point about the convenience. It's right there. If you're not going to search up wrestling or seek it out, that's one thing. But if you're already on the app or if you just happen to be on your phone and then bloop, just click this one button and I get to watch a pay-per-view. Let's see what's going on with this mess. Then they see Jade Cargill and Naomi, and they go back to whatever it is they were watching on their app. But, this is an opportunity here. I really do. And I don't know if you heard, but Nick Khan. Nick Khan is out here doing interviews, telling the whole world, oh, yeah, we're not worried about it. He genuinely feels all of the Peacock people who are watching the pay-per-views will all go to ESPN to watch the pay-per-view. They've said it straight out. It's like, oh, yeah, I don't think we're going to take a hit at all. It's going to be a clean transition over. I'm like, wow. I don't know, buddy.
I don't know. Maybe there is. I don't know. I don't think they're going to hurt. This is going to help 100%.
I was trying to see, because ESPN and Disney have a thing going on. I already have the Disney Plus. And I was trying to see maybe if I can get over on that. And then I found a website that was like, absolutely not on Disney Plus. I was like, oh. Because now you're really combining my worlds. Marvel and WWE? Oh, my God. I'm never leaving the house. And I can if I want. I just pull up my phone, but I'm not. I'm not leaving my house. There's an article here. I didn't send this one to you, but it came out today. That's why I hadn't had a chance to send it to you. It came out today. It was written by Andrew Ravens. This is on WrestlingNews.co. He's listing ESPN as a source that there is interest in WWE's library rights. They want the library, which I don't know if we should do that.
Why?
That sounds. If I'm WWE, I don't. That's where my money's made. I don't want to lose the rights to my own library. Man, I know Vince is gone. I know the McMahons are out of power.
But it's the same deal, isn't it? Somewhat, they would be striking up the same deal, give or take. Obviously, bigger business. That they had with Peacock, because Peacock had their library, didn't they?
They don't own the library. They license the library. That's what the deal is for. That's what they're negotiating for. That's the multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar deals they've been doing, is for the opportunity to rent or to borrow the license on the library, not to own it. They could pull it anytime they want. You sell it, you can't pull anything. It's gone forever. It's out of your hands.
I mean, contractually through for X amount of years, not permanently. You can do a 5-year deal or something
of
like
ownership. I don't know if I would do ownership. That's pushing it for me.
I don't understand. There would have to be some astronomical money. I don't understand why they would give their rights.
That's
away.
what I'm saying. Like, it would have, and then the amount of content in those libraries. Are you kidding me, bro? They got footage of WWE, WWF, WWF. They got footage going back to George Hackenschmidt and Lou Thesz all the way back in the day. They got for NW. They currently, because remember, WWE's library is not just WWE's library. They've got WCW footage. They've got ECW footage. They've got Georgia footage. They've got Mid-South footage. They got footage from the black and white days. They got Curious George, excuse me, Gorgeous.
Curious George is crazy.
Yeah, Curious George is a true athlete. Don't sleep on Curious George.
Maybe this was the long play. Because remember, the WWE Network, I was shocked that they got rid of it, because why would you do that? And then I remember you talking about, it's one thing to run it yourself, but if you can get paid to have someone else run it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe that was just the prototype. It was
costing them a bunch.
What do you say? Proof of concept. And what if this is the big play to get someone to buy the catalog? If you can get X amount of dollars,
it would have to. We're talking something that starts with a B or a T. There's no way.
Oh, for sure. But I'm saying, like, if you can get X amount of dollars with some of that value of something you created 20, 30 years ago, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see what happens. See how they structure that. I don't see them giving away future rights, like that. Maybe like the backlog, and maybe like after like X amount of time has elapsed, they then get the footage for Raw, SmackDown, Pass to get added to that, and then they would own that. Like, I don't definitely see them making money off of their like future newer shit. Just as it gets older, it gets put into the archive, in which then they would own that.
Yeah, I love the idea of them renting all that shit out, but they really shouldn't give up ownership. But yeah, so it's going to be $29.99 a month, and for the people out there that are a little sketchy on the price, I can't blame you. They got me. I'm doing it, but they don't have to. I applaud you if you've got the guts to just be like, "Fuck it, I ain't watching the pay-per-views no more."
Well, I got two buddies who stream that shit every time it goes live, and they are both huge wrestling and sports fans. So,
look at that.
Yeah, one of them's big in college. So, big
college sports.
College sports, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Is he from the South or something? What's the deal with that?
Huh?
Is he from the South or something? What's the deal with that?
No, I don't think so. I think they're technically all from... Unironically, I believe, I could be wrong, they're both from New York.
And they're into college sports?
They're both from New York. Yeah, I mean I believe that's where they're from. I could be wrong. I know one of them is for sure. Like his dad is from New York. You talk to him, and that dude sounds like Balboa.
Oh Jesus! Is that what everyone thinks we sound like?
Yeah, that's what you sound like.
Which is hilarious because his character's from fucking Philly. So
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck
that was a bad
about.
take because you're right. It was Philly, but people don't sound like that. Wait, hold on. You just brought up a good point because you're right. He is from Philly.
Why the fuck does he sound like that?
Because when I'm in Philly, people don't sound like that.
But when you're in Brooklyn, people sound like that?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I might have to. That might have been a bad take. I gotta go back and take a look at the tapes.
No,
but
he sounds. We know what he sounds like.
Balboa, I think New York, but you're absolutely. I don't never put that together.
His whole
that
fucking
is a Philadelphia movie.
That's a Philadelphia movie. Yes, it is.
Bro, that shit. You just like blew my mind with that. That's I don't know why my brain associated that.
Because of the accent.
We learn shit every day.
Because of the accent, like you said.
You're 100% correct, but you're right. When I hear him, I think New York for some reason. I don't know. Whatever. We move on.
Hey yo, that sounds like an Italian from Brooklyn.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not absolutely crazy. I will admit that was a bad take, but I'm not completely out of pocket.
Yeah, so. I'm not completely wrong here. Someone should take this up with Sly Stallone. Anyway, so we broke all that down there. Yeah, so they're gonna do it ESPN style, but again, it's not taking place. I believe they said August of 2026, so we still have some time. Maybe they'll set it up for SummerSlam to be the first one on the ESPN. They're doing 2 nights in Minnesota. You know what is so funny? They're doing Minnesota next year for the SummerSlam, and I don't know about y'all, but when I think summer, Minneapolis is one of the first cities that come to fucking mind when I think of summer. So y'all better be happy with what you got. And that might be the introductory PPV for that one, so we'll keep an eye out for that. But that's the breaking news on ESPN and WWE. Lots more to discuss about that as things unfold, but it's not going to unfold.
Do they have a date
soon. On the official start?
Yeah.
Of the hair.
What's the first pay-per-view they're doing? The first PLE?
I literally just said I think it's going to be SummerSlam. I think it's slated for no, whoa, wait a second. The conversation becomes, what does it say? The conversation comes after the announcement. We'll move from Peacock to Oh, they want to get WrestleMania to be the first one, so it might be happening sooner than we fucking think. Okay. All right. Well, you know what?
That's why my brain didn't connect when you said SummerSlam. That's why I felt like I missed it.
Because this thing says SummerSlam.
There's no fucking way they're doing a whole year. They just announced it.
Yeah, because this thing did say SummerSlam. I missed the part where it started with WrestleMania because it says WrestleMania and SummerSlam. So I was like, I guess it starts at SummerSlam, but I guess not. They're trying to get WrestleMania.
If there is one to start it, to get people to subscribe, that'd be the one.
Yeah, of course.
For sure.
That's the one you want to get on the docket first. That's because that's the package for ESPN, too.
Yep.
Because I just want to see all the ESPN people talking about the upcoming WrestleMania show, which is fucking going to be hilarious. Because I know
which we'll put a pin on what you just said right there. Let's hold that. Because that's going to be a question for me going forward when we talk about something else later. So. Oh,
okay. Sure enough.
Yeah, later on in this show, we're going to talk about something that is going to be a little bit relevant to what you just said. So let's.
Oh, okay.